this one, we're still looking at a matchup that is not too common overall, especially in Europe. Fleet versus Etalus. This is not a common matchup in any way, shape, or form. So at this one, you really gotta have to start and get a read on the players themselves.
Yeah, Saols right now just moving around the platform. This is what I meant by patient Etalus. Saols really like this whole dojo for some reason. Don't know why. I think this stage surely must be bad for Etalus, especially the way he shut down side schools. But he likes to move around and wave dust around the top side of the platform, and then come in with these sort of aggressive areas like you see with the down and there. So that's how he's establishing the movement mix up right now. I personally think that usage of the ground would probably be a better way to approach the matchup, which is why I'm surprised that he's like still allowing Dojo, because fighting Fleet in the air is a tough battle, man. Like, you've got to beat some very big areas, whereas if you're coming from the ground and mixing up on the ground, then I think you have a few more ways to open them up. But still, the approach is working really well. Saols is on 120% with just kind of nickel and diamond, not even like any big extensions. Gets the down air, doesn't quite get the final hit, unfortunately, but it's looking good for them.
Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. Like, Saols is warmed up from the previous game, nonetheless. And Genarog might need just a little bit to get back into the groove, you know? So we might be seeing Genarog starting to turn off the heat, maybe in the next stock, but I think, yeah, the first stock is going to go Saols' way pretty dominantly.
So I think our side is putting on some serious hurt right now. Fleet not really finding any sort of response. Gets the down air though. Can we go deeper than that? Gets a down air on the up air attempt. Can we get another one? Down air? No, he's projectile invincible that time. That was when he should have been using back air, but Saols mixes it up really nicely, mixes up the options that Genarog has to use. And so Genarog has to do yet another edge guard attempt. He's going to take that, but actually Saols was sent too far and he didn't have quite the momentum to get back to the wall. And so we are evened up after a very rough start. I want to say Genarog was brought us back.
I mean, that's the thing. That was a very smart arrow from Genarog, because Saols was forced to actually let go of the LB early in order to pass through this arrow, because, you know, LB has kind of a little bit of projectile invincibility on the startup, but because he left the LB too early, he was just too short to actually reach the wall. But that was a very good trap. But as we speak, Genarog once again putting down a lot of pressure right now on Saols, trying to read the tech with the down strong, but Saols immediately going all the way out there, setting up the side B, and yeah, that is just way too far for poor Squirrel to actually get back.
Yeah, Genarog had to like go some weird ways to avoid the icicles without going way too far from the stage itself, and so can't quite make it back with Saols holding the ledge. Very close from him. Back air though, that is way too risky to be charging up B there. I think you just have to launch and pray you can get to the wall. That is so easy for Genarog to catch out, and Genarog finally gets that edge guard that he's been looking for. And he evens up stocks, but not percent. Saols, clearly not at all discouraged by that. Answers back with some hefty damage.
Yep. But so far, it's still looking a little bit rough for Genarog, but we can rack up the percentage pretty quick, especially with this mine. We've got the fairs as well. Saols manages to make it back to the stage by just sneaking up and above. But yeah, on the back air, I almost thought this one was gonna kill, honestly. I saw the DI and I was like, yeah, this is definitely gonna kill, and no, just barely.
Oh, great parry. Saols using the invincibility to get hit, gets fair. Genarog sent to the other side of the stage, finding his way back into the ledge. Another parry though, brings him off. He doesn't quite get the fair out of it. And up B's rising hitbox is going to catch him. Down throw into nothing. Still, Saols off stage. Has a double jump, has an air dodge. Many options.
He has his resources.
Genarog, down B the wrong way!
Yeah, this was rough to watch, honestly. Like, Genarog was in a really strong position to actually finish things off with Saols, but then all of a sudden Saols manages to get back onto the stage and just gets the ledge hop just like that, as yeah, the down B just went into the wrong direction, and then yeah, you can just ledge hop Fleet.
Yeah, a few weird flubs from Genarog in that game, not at all what you expect from him on some of those recoveries, but hopefully he'll be alright in this one. Maybe it is finally, like you mentioned at the start of the block, the gas starting to run out perhaps. Like, Saols seems completely unfazed, but perhaps Genarog has finally been caught up with by the demon that is exhaustion, and is going to start struggling a little bit more. Doesn't look too bad right now, but Wind Chime gets transferred, leaving into Saols' own little bit of advantage state.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, if it goes to a reset, it is going to be completely in favor of Saols, I will say. Because it really feels like Genarog is starting to see just a little bit more flaws than usual, and just the stamina getting at him, just overall. So I really feel like a reset would completely go Saul's way. And this is the thing that you absolutely want to avoid, as Genarog finally gets the down air that we've been waiting for like at least a good minute or two. But there's the fair, however, gotta respect that.
Saols spent double jump in the corner, which is the last thing you want to do in this matchup, and so actually didn't have too many recovery mix-ups, so the way that Genarog used projectiles, he actually had like a set trajectory that he had to follow, and couldn't really get past it at all. So yeah, just great edge guard from Genarog, good recognition, and now it's up to him to put on more percent. He's using these platforms on the side of the stage to rack on just some clean percent with projectiles. I like it so far. I think he's been very, very patient about this, but he gets back thrown, and there's no DI on that, but it's not quite going to kill Etalus. Not the strongest with his throws. Still though, he air dodges into him, doesn't get the wave land, and unfortunately gets caught out by that bear in the corner.
Huge warrior, honestly, for Saols. He's going to get in back a little bit into the game, but you're still at 93%. You still have to deal with Fleet edge guarding you to hell and back. Like, this is going to be a rough one for Saols. There's double down air, manages to just escape barely, but the up B is going to just snap your neck on the way back to the stage.
That's clean, man. He down aired once to put him down, then he down it again to use his air dodge, and he down it again to force the up B, and then the up B, the reverse hitbox of the up B caught him. That was just meticulous from Genarog, who respects the ice hammer coming out from Saols there in the center of the stage. Very weird option, probably another miss input, but it's actually worked out for him. He sort of like managed to claim some space there and put Genarog in the corner. Gets a back air from the corner, reads the roll, doesn't find anything though. Still, Genarog answers back quickly with triple nair.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of a good call to not go for an immediate down air, because at this point I feel like Saols is very much aware of every down air that Genarog has been trying to send his way.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good call from Genarog not to go for the immediate down air. He finally parries the tornado, and Saols again evens up the stock counter. That's still 92%. Which you have to deal with, but it is Etalus. It is going to rack up quick if you let him.
Genarog pushing to the side of the stage. Ooh, the tornado catches his charge and he gets fared as a result. He's been sent really far, but down B sent in because of his DIN. Great option from Saols, but you can't get around that multi-hit.
Yeah, there were no resources left on Saols' end, so yeah, I'm not too surprised that Genarog just continued to push and push and push and find the kill eventually.
And that was a lot more confident, man. That looks a lot cleaner from Genarog, I think. There was far less scrambling, and maybe that's why Saols likes Dojo, because he can sort of, how to say, claim space really quickly and get in your face really quickly. With Tempest, you're given a lot of height mix-ups, and the space is a little bit wider as a whole. And I think that sort of space gives Genarog the ability to use his projectiles a bit more in neutral, and apply some pressure that way, and then come in with his aerials. And so, yeah, great counter pick from him, and great play in general. As he pushes Saols all the way off stage, and yeah, I like it. Even if it didn't work out, I like it. I like that Genarog is representing some serious offense off stage now. I don't think Saols can ever, again, breathe easy when Genarog is the one edge guarding him, and I think that's a serious warning sign to put on Etalus that can rack up that mental stack when you're playing against a player, because now you know that there's not an easy part of the game anymore where you can take a breather, and it sort of just builds.
Yeah, it just builds. I mean, Saols is still going to be able to get that little fair real quick. You know, get the first stock, get the advantage here. So, you know, you can still breathe to an extent, I will say. Like, you can still get some very early kills. But now, no resources. Managed to get back onto the stage, though, barely. And,
yeah, he's really good at his jump right now, so he always kind of has a mix-up here, like from the corner or onto ledge every single time he gets back.
Yeah, I think Saols might have been looking for the freeze here, but was just a little bit too far. I don't think going for the freeze against Fleet is necessarily a good idea, because she's really not a grounded character in any way, shape, or form. But like, You can try. I guess you can try.
Yeah. It's a rare mix-up that I would do like once or twice a set maybe, but no more than that. I don't really want to see any more of those options because it's clearly not working out for Saols right now, who after losing the stock from a grab has taken a lot of percent, got parries really early on, and actually Genarog has found a lot of those parries early stock because I think Saols is just a bit belligerent when he gets off the platform, swings very freely, either with icicles or with his fists, or balls, however you want to say it, which gives Genarog some free opportunities here. Wind Chime comes out, but Saols just uses it to mix back onto the platform. That's nice. Still though, how is he going to get more percent here? He edge cancels the life from the parry on the icicles, but he gets pushed to the other corner instead. Genarog is not letting a hold of him right now.
We're seeing so many more parries during the second game. Like, it is kind of insane to think about. The Upstrong is going to take the stock for Genarog. He's going to be taking the lead once again in this game. But like, my gosh, they have been so consistent on those parries on this game too. It's kind of crazy to see. It really, yeah, once again, it really feels like they're starting to understand each other's patterns.
Yeah, definitely. Genarog, though, is the one that's taking the big lead from this understanding. Saols comes back with a back air, gets him back on the stage very freely. But he doesn't really have any ice on the floor now, so he's going to try and be using the air. Genarog gets him off of him, but he's a fair to the face, and even across stage on Go Dive Delta, he's dead. And Saols manages to even up his stocks. Another down B comes out, and this time works. That should have been a free parry for Genarog, but clearly not as good as that option as we once thought. Still, though, this is a perilous situation for the bear. Has to use the wall to mix up, and how is he going to get back? Not without wounds.
Yeah, not without casualties, I will say. Especially as Genarog is trying to get the most sneaky snipes in existence. Also interrupts the down air, like, kind of miraculously. Saols is finally back on stage, but we've still eaten 96% overall. This is not looking too great
Still,
for the North Pole.
Care about Vlog at this percent, so he could find a lot of free percent. Instead, he gets it from the down B, only gets the first hit of Upstrong, so he doesn't get that much percent. The combo is fair off of it instead. Brilliant adaptation from Saols, who's keeping a clear head. Has Genarog in the corner, can't quite find anything because Genarog stalls off stage. Very good from Genarog, who makes it back onto stage, pressuring with fair a little bit, trades with icicles. Saols coming down with that fair hunger, doesn't quite find anything. He's looking for rising back airs, gets Genarog in the air. I think he wants a fair, but Genarog's not giving him the option. He's pressuring again with fair. Tornado set up. Can he find anything in the corner? Saols finds his way out. Saols has him as the corner. Can Saols find a way back in? It's going back and forth.
And the Etalus is going to do it. And Genarog now one game away from taking the monthly of Aether. Saols is going to have to maybe slow it down just a little bit. Just a little tad right now.
Yeah.
I'd say take a breather. No, they're not taking a breather. He's not taking a breather. Never mind.
Man, this guy doesn't care. I'm so used to players like when they first like really start getting this far consistently, wanting to take their time with it and breathe. But sometimes inexperience is what breeds that impatience. I really do think you're right. I think Saols should really take a moment because he's getting antsy in these last hit situations. It's a lot of rising back air. It's the tool he relies on the most because it's very active, big, hitbox, very safe. But when you're starting to swing in the air so much, you have to land at some point. Genarog's not letting him get these landings for free, and then he's pressuring in the corner with these fairs, and he's saying, hey, do something, do something, do something. I promise you nothing that will happen if you just try and swing, and then he swings and he gets back at.
Yep, I mean, look at that. Like, Saols right now is suffocating under the pressure that Genarog is putting down off stage. Like, this is not, we're not looking at the same matchup that we were seeing during the two previous encounters this weekend between the two players. Honestly, it is really looking suffocating for the bear user. Like, he's been shown like real fleet gameplay, and it really seems like he doesn't like it.
Easy man. I love it. The way that he used side B to first say, hey, you're going to have to up B again. Then he up the air dodges to try and get out of the situation from another aerial. And then it's like, oh, you've gone this far. Well, that's perfectly within my comfortable range of aggression. Takes him all the way there. But Saols brings him off stage and gets a down air. Quick answer back on the edge guard. He said, I can do this, war. I can edge guard you just as well as you can edge guard me. Watch me.
We're kind of going back to a situation where Saols is going to go for those very aggressive recoveries. Good parry though. Not gonna get anything out of it on Genarog's side. But Saols is putting down a lot, I feel like, onto this wall. And it's putting him in such miserable situations. I think we're out of resources. And yeah, once again, with the arrow kind of shortening his up B, like, Genarog just knows. He sees everything at this point.
Genarog at this point is suffocating, like you said, suffocating Saols' options off stage. He is actually getting a hold of them really well, and Saols isn't really finding a way back on stage freely anymore. Genarog is pressuring him too hard. He's off stage yet again, and I think he's going to get 100%. I think it could be the end. He's put off stage. He air dodges up. Here's the up B. Finally, Saols makes it back onto ledge, but he 854 in the process.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think this is going to be over anytime soon. Like, yes, he is on stage, but like right now, he is just unable to find any kind of opening onto that pesky squirrel. The pesky Italian squirrel. There's the parry. Genarog thankfully does not manage to punish it in time, but still, Saols finally finding maybe just a little bit of air, just the little bit of air that he needs. With a down air, with a side B, with whatever he can muster. But the shield is really low.
Yeah, lots of damage on the shield and lots of damage on Etalus as well. 101% Saols off stage, avoids the up. It's strong, but still caught onto platform. He has to find a way out. Genarog tries to use a platform cancel with the up B, but gets caught out. Doesn't actually manage to establish anything. Down B's the wrong way. We saw that at the beginning. And once again, it rears its ugly head. These execution errors can be so pivotal, and he can't afford to make any more. He needs to stop. Doesn't get the down strong. Gets the up strong. That's up strong. That's there.
Yep. Just like that, Genarog manages to take down Saols one more time and manages to also take the last bracket of the weekend, the monthly Reaver number 9 for EU. Congratulations to Genarog for this victory. Like, this was well fought, honestly. Like, again, it is not easy going through literally 3 events, 4 events for Genarog even, in one weekend. Like, this is a test of endurance.
Yeah, and he's been fighting so hard, man. It's not just this one that was hard for. He ended up getting 4th or 3rd at Aether on Friday. Then he got 2nd yesterday. It's been so close to victory every time this weekend, but just not quite there. But Genarog finally seals the deal. He finally takes it home. He was by far the best player in the bracket today, and it's just so deserved.